All right, Salakia. Continuing on in the book of Psalms. All right, when you go to the book of Psalms, all right, chapter 50, verse 16, it reads, "But unto the wicked, Yahweh said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instructions, and castest my words behind thee." You see? So, this is a man that will put his right hand and swear on the Bible will not follow one law, statute, or commandment in it. You see? And which makes him what, man? A hypocrite, all right? You see? But these people take joy in coveting people's fields and taking them by violence. You see? They have joy in you being at the bottom and them on top with their foot on your neck. You see? This is what he does, man. All right? Taking land and resources, okay, from people all over the world, man. You see? And claims to be the children of the Most High God. All right? When you go into Revelation, the 2nd chapter, the 9th verse, it tells you that pretty much he's an imposter. It says that they know thy works in thy tribulations. You see? And they that say they are Jews and are not, but they are synagogue of Satan. You see? All right? But these devils really think that they're the children of God. Why? Because the next verse, verse 18, Psalms chapter 50, verse 18, it says, "When thou sawest a thief, then thou consented with him and hast been partakers with adulterers." It says, "Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit." All right, going back to he's a liar and the father of it. It says, "Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son." Okay, it says, "These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes." So, hey, he's like, hey, ain't shit happened to us. We've been robbing, killing, pillaging, and ain't shit happened to us, man. Like, man, God gotta be on our side. You see, this is how this devil thinks, man. You see? So he goes on and continue to do what? To rape, rob, and murder by the force of the sword. All right, let's get Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter, what is that? I think it's 27, verse 17. And it reads, "Cursed be the man, cursed be he that removed his neighbor's landmark." All right, and this is the law. You see, I went back to Psalms the 50th chapter and the 16th verse to let you know that this devil don't keep the law. All right, but let's get Deuteronomy. You see, and why he don't keep the law? Because he's straight lawless, man. All right, he's the devil, man. You see, he goes about thinking he's the Most High and making laws, to fit his purpose. You see, but we know Yahweh Shemi Shai is in control of everything. But I'm just saying, this is the MO of the so-called white man, taking land. This devil is all over, man. He's in South Africa talking about he's a South African. This nigga is even in our land right now, over in Israel, man. You see, talking about he is, he's an imposter, man, claiming to be us, man. You see, let's get Deuteronomy, the 19th chapter, We still in the same book. All right, so let's get 19, verse 14. And it reads, Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in thine inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land that the Lord Yahweh thy God giveth thee to possess it. All right, so it's a law, man. And Esau, you know, he don't care, man. You see? It's because it said the thief coming not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. To steal from who, man? From everybody. All right? This devil is a snake eating his own tail to survive, man. All right? And he don't care, man. All right? This devil, right now we're in war, World War III. Okay? You have Egyptian against Egyptian, Esau against Esau. These devils don't give a fuck, man. They went to war over who? Your black ass, so-called. They went to war to keep Israelite slaves in the South because they had a new way of modern day slavery. You see? So these niggas would kill their own blood just to steal slaves from them. You see? That's why it says in Micah chapter 2, verse 2, they cover fields and take them by violence. All right? Because this is their MO. This is what they're about, man. You see? This is how Esau, Edom get down. All right? By the force of the sword, man. So let's get the book of Job. Let's get Job. Chapter 24. Verse 2, it says, Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away flocks and feed thereof. You see? So this is talking about Esau, Edom, man. All right? Because he's the one that goes about with the modern day sword, which is the gun. Talking about Trump saying he can go in Venezuela and pretty much do what the fuck he want to do with it right now. How's that? With the force of the sword, his blessing. You see? And then they go in and they remove landmarks and they plant a fucking American flag. All right? But that shit finna come to an end, man. You see? All right? Because you have a lot of people say, oh, slavery, this and that. This shit's still going on to this day, man. All right? That's why I'm gonna end it on this, man. What is that? What is that? Let me get it real quick. Let me just Google it. What is the scripture? It's on my tongue, man. It's I think it's Isaiah. Matter of fact, let me just, because I think the call all y'all about Shimon Shai. Let's get Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. All right, so this is what's coming, man. All right, those that say, "Oh, I didn't do it," I wasn't even born. In the time it says, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land." All right, and how are they possessing the land? By the way of rape, robbery, and murder, by the force of the sword. All right, it says, "Nor fill the face of the world with cities." All right, so. This is going into what, man? You see, the end of the world, okay, which is going into 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, because this is talking about an eon, the end of an age, the end of a rulership. the end of the rulership of Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed so-called white man. All right. Kwam Yasharala. We got next. Shalom and the Bible Ball.